Welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Express Frame. These folks are open for business. Great specials going on right now. And if you need graduation photos to protect and display, if you need frames to protect and display these photos from this year's graduates, trust the folks who've been East Tennessee's go-to crew for years and years and years on framing. I've known these people forever. They do great work. They did so much work at my house. I trust them with anything that's a project that's going as a gift to somebody or going up on my walls. Express Frame, they are the best in the world. ExpressFrame.net to learn more. Get out there and see them this week. Okay, Tennessee played a treacherous schedule in hoops last year, and their schedule for this winter is looking daunting as well. Tennessee this week added Gonzaga to the schedule. They will be playing in the Jimmy V Classic at Madison Square Garden. It'll be only the second time they've taken part in that event. They lost to Virginia there under Jerry Green in 2000. But that's in addition to a road trip at Wisconsin. Cincinnati comes here. You play Memphis over in Nashville to end that 3-year series. And then they also go to the Charleston Classic over in South Carolina, which features College of Charleston, Florida State, Houston, Oklahoma State, Penn State, Seton Hall, and VCU. And if you remember, Tennessee was in the tournament down in Destin last year with Florida State and VCU. So it's similar to last year's, and last year's was tough. Rick Barnes continues to schedule up. Gentlemen, you're one of the big boys. You're acting like it. Here's the downside to that is, you could lose some of those games, obviously. Now, Tennessee's expected to be a top 15 team this year, so you think you're going to win most of them maybe, but fans, I'm the kind of fan, if my team schedules like that, even if they lose, I'll give them a golf clap for scheduling like that. How do you think most fans view it, though? It's great on paper, but you better win it, is my thinking.
Yeah, you're definitely going to have fans that are going to want both. They want the challenging schedule, and they want you to win those games. Look, there's going to be high expectations for this team next year anyway, so if they're playing a soft schedule or a hard schedule, I think fans are just going to expect W's nonetheless. Oh, by the way, they'll point back to Barnes' contract also, so you're not going to avoid
every loss.
Right? You're not going to avoid the expectations, but I love it personally. I think a couple of years ago you saw them and their win over Gonzaga in Phoenix.
Right.
You saw how that impacted them later in the year. It pays dividends later in the year, and they're going to have a good enough team, I think, to where it will help you down the road.
Yeah, to me, John, it's so much different than football,
Right.
because you have so many, you have 30 games
Right.
that you're going to play, and you're going to lose some. What I like is at the end, how's your team prepared when you get to March? Hopefully there is, a March Madness in 2021. But that's what it all comes down to, good wins. You need 2 or 3 of those other than what you play in the SEC, and that really helps you get in the NCAA tournament.
And if you've got a good loss versus a bad win,
Right.
a good loss versus a bad win can help you get into the tournament. The other thing it helps you, we're talking about Tennessee's football recruiting. The basketball just finished with a top 4 class in the nation. All right, You're in the running for a couple of top 15 guys again this year. I don't think you're there if you're not playing this type of schedule and you're on television constantly.
Exactly.
You were number 1 for a month, and that was a huge part of it. You got a legendary coach who's been a great recruiter for a long time. That's a part of it. I think just running with the right crowd, whether you're with the cool people in high school or the cool people on a basketball court, I think it matters.
Yeah, the marquee games, the player development. Now that's another one of the pieces that you can sell to recruits. And now all the players that they're in contention for are 5 stars. So it's really come a long way. I think that schedule, that challenging schedule, is a part of it. And you look at the College of Charleston tournament, there's 3 teams in there that are showing up in some of the preseason top 25s, Florida State, Houston, and Oklahoma State. Plus this year, Penn State, Seton Hall had good years. VCU typically is good. So they could really rack up those quad 1 games in the end in that tournament.
Yeah, yep. Okay, very good. Hey, there is another tournament. That's just what it's called, the tournament. Basketball tournament coming up this summer, the schedule. And I want to know if all fans are going to watch that, because it's going to have a lot of VFLs in it on one team. That's the plan anyway. We'll discuss it. Come on back.